weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine.
A very good evening. Welcome to Champions League Live on LFS this evening with me, Kevin Ferris, as 18 games kick off on Matchday 8, all at the exact same time. Some big results needed for some big teams tonight who haven't had quite the campaign they were expecting. Manchester City need to win tonight to secure a top 24 place. Liverpool are the team we're watching from England tonight. They're looking to go 8 wins out of 8 in the competition and make it a clean sweep. They head to PSV this evening. We'll watch them in the Netherlands. Also this evening, the Battle of England v Scotland at Villa Park. Aston Villa, they win tonight. They can get into the top 8. Celtic already secured a place in the top 24, but they can sneak into the top 8 if a myriad of results go their way. Barcelona take on Atalanta, two top performing teams in the competition. Bayern need a result. Real Madrid need a result. Dortmund need a result tonight. Some big sides in need of some big results this evening, and we have all 18 games live at the exact same time, kicking off at the same time, and we'll keep you up to date with all of those games right throughout this evening. As you can see there's all 18 games in front of you. We'll run you through those in order then, in alphabetical order. I think that would be. Aston Villa host Celtic at Villa Park. Atalanta head to Barcelona. Bayern Munich host Slovan Bratislava. Stade Brest take on Real Madrid. Dinamo Zagreb host AC Milan. Dortmund host Shakhtar. Arsenal head to Girona. Inter Milan welcome Monaco. Benfica head to Juventus. Sparta Prague face Leverkusen. Lille take on Feyenoord. Manchester City host Club Brugge. PSV Eindhoven face Liverpool. Atletico Madrid head to Salzburg. Sporting take on Bologna. Sturm Graz face RB Leipzig. Stuttgart and PSG is a big one as well. And Young Boys take on Red Star Belgrade. Those are our 18 games, of course, all kicking off at the same time. It's very important, very intriguing tonight to see who finishes where. Of course, we'll update you with that throughout the night, but let's quickly have a look and see how the table looks after match day 7 concluded last Wednesday evening. Let's see how that looks then. Looking in the top 8, we start with the league leaders Liverpool, who have 7 wins out of 7 in the Champions League, 21 points for Arne Slot's team. Barcelona in second. They can finish above Liverpool tonight, Barcelona, if they win and Liverpool fail. As Liverpool lose to PSV this evening. Liverpool only need a draw to finish top of the table. Arsenal in third on 16 points. Inter on 16 points in fourth. Atletico Madrid in fifth in 15. Milan, Atalanta and Leverkusen all make up the top 8, but that is not certain because there are many's a team on the periphery. As you can see here, this is the 9th to 16th place teams. Aston Villa just outside the top 8. They could draw tonight and get a top 8 spot, but that is unlikely. They need to win if they want to secure a place in the top 8 tonight. Villa, that's their 9th. Monaco in 10th. They can finish in the top 8, as can Feyenoord, Lille, Brest, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern, Real Madrid. They can all finish in the top 8 tonight with a win and results going in their favour. 17th to 24th. These are the last set of teams that are able to get through to the knockouts. Juventus, Celtic. They are the two teams that can, along with PSV and Club Brugge, finish in the top 8, kind of theoretically. Mathematically they can, but the realistic chances of that are very slim. Benfica, PSG, Sporting and Stuttgart make up the top 24. Now, in below that, there are 3 teams that haven't been eliminated, so still can finish in the top 24, but are currently outside of that at the moment. 25th, 26th and 27th. Those 3 teams are Manchester City, Dinamo Zagreb and Shakhtar Donetsk. Now, Shakhtar need a massive miracle to get through, and Dinamo Zagreb and Manchester City need wins in their respective games if they are to have any chance of going through. We'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on. The live table will keep you up to date, the live scores, and we'll keep you up to date with everything that's happening tonight on Champions League Live, where we watch all 18 games for the very first time in the competition's history, All 18 games kick off at the same time, and kick off here in Eindhoven, where PSV take on Liverpool, looking to make it 8 out of 8 for Arne Slot's team. A very changed side tonight, we'll tell you that when we come back in just a moment. Do stay with us here on Champions League Live. Welcome back to Champions League Live. We're live in Eindhoven, where PSV take on Liverpool. But of course, as you can see there, a whole roster of fixtures and games coming your way. Before we kick off with our match centre and we get into the real graphics of what we will show you tonight, let's have a look at the two teams, and we start with the home side, PSV Eindhoven, who need just a point to secure a top 24 place this evening. Benitez starts in goal, a back four of Karsdorp, Boscagli, Obispo and Junior in defence. In midfield is Land, Veerman, Saibari and Bakayoko, with a front two of Pepe and Till. For Liverpool, they start with Caoimhín Kelleher in goal. Conor Bradley, Jarell Quansah, Andy Robertson, the captain, and at centre-back tonight, Robertson and Kostas Tsimikas make up the defence. Wataru Endo, James McConnell and Harvey Elliott are in midfield, with a front three of Federico Chiesa, Cody Gakpo and Jadon Danns leading the line. On the bench for PSV, Dromel, Schicks, Kuhn, Ledesma, Nagalo, Druec, Babadi, Casas and Luke de Jong, of course, on the bench for PSV. For Liverpool tonight, Jaros, Davies, Mabaya, Nalo, Norris, Morrison, Morton, Neone and Cone Doherty. A lot of Liverpool's main starters not travelled to Eindhoven. Joe Gomez, who returned to training in midweek, he's not involved. Jota, Jones, Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Konate, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Diaz and Szoboszlai not involved or not travelled with the Liverpool squad this evening. It is a big night for PSV Eindhoven, who can qualify for the knockouts with just a point. Liverpool need only a point to finish in the top position in the table. We'll see what they can do when kick-off here at Philips Stadion in Eindhoven. Next. Good evening and welcome. It's going to be a great night. It's going to be a very interesting night in the Champions League to see who can qualify in the top 8, who will be in the top 24, who will be out in the inaugural season of the Champions League phase. I'm Kevin Ferris, your commentator this evening here in Eindhoven for PSV against Liverpool, but of course we'll keep it to date with everything that happens across all 18 games. On the left hand side of your screen you can see the scrolling scores of all the games tonight. That will scroll right throughout the night, keep you up to date with everything that's happening from around the grounds. If I miss a score, you can see it on the left hand side of your screen. On the right side we have the league table that will update almost instantaneously to every goal going into the back of the net. It will be topsy-turvy, it will be up and down, it will be all over the place at times tonight, but we will try our very best to keep you right up to date with everything that happens, because that is what matters this evening. PSV in their home strip of red and white, and Liverpool in their away strip of black and teal strip. Teal trimmings this evening. As we get underway here in Eindhoven, we'll keep an eye on this one and also all of those games. You can see the scores starting to get underway on the left hand side of your screen. The table will also update this evening, and we'll tell you all those scores as they happen tonight, because it is huge for all the teams involved this evening. As Elliott's shot well charged down in the box. An early nervy start for the home side there as they get it out to Cardsdorp on the right hand side, trying to get them a bit of early possession. Here's Junior under pressure from Chiesa. Junior goes down the left hand side, one back by Bradley. Nice first touch there on that left hand side by Saibari, linking up with Junior, and PSV winning the first throw-in of the game here in Eindhoven tonight. 1 minute gone here this evening. We'll wait and see what the first goal of tonight will be. I'm sure there'll be no shortage of goals. I'll say goal more times than enough this evening for you. But on TikTok as well, do hit those the likes. That would be greatly appreciated, and do share the live as well on TikTok. That would be greatly appreciated. We thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening on there, and do follow us as well. That would be greatly appreciated. Here's Elliott down the right side. Chiesa got a little foot in. That was nicely defended by Obispo, who got it clear. Saibari, but well won back by Connor Bradley, although the referee's just going to pull this one back here for a little foul given away by Wataru Endo, and a free kick to PSV Eindhoven. We're also keeping an eye on that game at the Etihad tonight. That's a huge game for Manchester City, not in the top 24 at this minute in time. They need to win tonight, Manchester City, if they are going to have any chance of qualifying for the knockout stages. Anything other than a win would not be enough for Pep Guardiola's side. This evening, Simicast not dealing with the situation on the right hand side. Bakayoko, and the ball goes well over the bar that time. I think that was Saibari that was the man that had the shot. Saibari drove in field, played a lovely ball through, and the ball came to Bakayoko, and as he cut it back, Saibari had the shot and absolutely skied it over the bar. Robert says you're putting the Celtic game on live. I will be talking about the Celtic game. I'll keep an eye on the Celtic game for you tonight, Robert. Great to have you with us this evening. If you want any specific scores at any point this evening, I will let you know. At the moment, every game is 0-0 this evening, so a pretty easy update for you early doors, but nothing to tell you so far. Here's Kelleher, chips it upfield, looking to try and target the young Jadon Dans, but the defence of PSV gives it over to McConnell. Now Gakpo down the left side for Liverpool. Cody Gakpo chops in field, couldn't find Dans, and PSV recover the ball at the back, and they try and break away down the right side, but Tail was well marshalled there by Andy Robertson. It will be a throw-in down that side. We have an early goal that Robert would be very interested in, because there's been a goal this evening at Villa Park. Now, that huge game between the English side and the Scottish side, Aston Villa of England, Celtic of Scotland, and two former winners of this competition. Morgan Rogers has given Villa the lead there, so Aston Villa 1-0 up, and that means Villa will be in the top 8 as it stands. A big night for that club, who are making their first appearance in the Champions League in 40 years since they won the competition back in the early 1980s, and they lead at this moment in time to Aston Villa. Also goal for Inter. They take on AS Monaco this evening. Lautaro Martinez has given Inter the lead there from the penalty spot. Lille thought they were 1-0 up. That goal, I believe, has been disallowed. We'll check that for you. And Atletico thought they'd given themselves the lead against RB Salzburg. We'll keep it to date with those scores. But Aston Villa are ahead, certainly, against Celtic. A big game tonight, and a big game for Aston Villa. Connor Bradley there almost getting in for Liverpool, but ultimately PSV get in the way and defend that situation. Given away here cheaply, and a shot from distance. Oh, forces a good save. It was a very good save by Benitez. It was Chiesa that had the shot, and there was a bit of venom in that shot from Federico Chiesa. Again, it's from a PSV throw, and it's played blindly across the midfield, and Chiesa's there free as a bird in the central area, and he just takes the strike from distance. And the venom in the shot kind of made it a bit awkward for Benitez. He did make the save, but it was certainly not comfortable for the home goalkeeper. As the flag goes up there against PSV, tried to break on the counter. Wow, another goal at Villa Park. Aston Villa are not waiting around. Unai Emery said they can't count their chickens tonight. They need to be very careful and they need to do their work because Celtic are used to winning. Well, they're not going to be used to winning tonight because they are now 2-0 down. Inside 6 minutes at Villa Park, Morgan Rogers has a brace to give Aston Villa a 2-goal lead. Fantastic start for Aston Villa. Lille lead Feyenoord, by the way, by a goal to nil. Sarawi with the goal there. Atletico also lead away at Salzburg. Giuliano Simeone with the goal there. So a couple of goals coming through to us. And you can see the live table on the right hand side of your screen. Inter, Atletico, Aston Villa all moving up the table. And Lille, sorry, all moving up into the top 8 in those winning positions at the moment. What a result. What a scoreline for Aston Villa so far in this one tonight. Incredible. Ball over the top there from Tsimikas. It's easily gathered by Benitez, the Eindhoven keeper. Both sides here this evening in Eindhoven only in need of a draw, but Liverpool have come out quite viciously and quite aggressive so far. Here's Quansah down the right hand side, the centre back. Comes all the way back to Wataru Endo. Now Robertson into McConnell. Lovely first touch by James McConnell. Breaks away from his man. Plays it out to Gakpo on the left-hand side. Back it comes with Robertson. McConnell again. Lovely little turn. Liverpool just passing it around here in PSV's half. Quansah. Bradley. Now Robertson. Ball over the top for Gakpo. Couldn't control it. Came very close. Cody Gakpo, the Dutchman, came very close to finding the back of the net there. Couldn't find the touch on it. The former PSV player, of course, joined Liverpool from PSV in January of 2023. 2 years ago now, for over £36 million. He came through the youth ranks at this football club, did Cody Gakpo. I'm sure he would love a goal against his former club this evening. Some more goals to tell you about. A goal as PSV leads Stuttgart by a goal to nil. That huge game for PSG tonight. That means they need a victory if they are to keep themselves secure of a top 24 place. They're leading in that one against Stuttgart, who are on the clinging edges of the top 24. They're in 24th. Any of the teams below them, City, Dinamo Zagreb or Shakhtar, lead, and they will be dropping out of that top 24 are Stuttgart. Bradley Barcola with that goal for PSG. As Bakayoko put pressure on Robertson there. No foul on the Liverpool captain tonight, and that'll be a corner to PSV. See it again. It's a ball over the top, this time by Obispo. And Robertson just kind of drops a bit too deep, allows the man to run in behind him. Bakayoko plays him onside and then has to make kind of manoeuvres to get the ball behind for a corner to make sure there was no further danger to that attack. And it will be a corner to PSV Eindhoven. Right-footed delivery, whipped out, headed on. Into the back post. Chiesa involved, or Bradley, sorry, involved there. And Gakpo on the scene as that one runs behind. Will be another corner to PSV. They're quite determined in that one. Bradley wanted a foul, but he wasn't given it by the referee. And a bit of a shove there. Buscagli, the PSV captain. It's not really massive amount of contact in it. Referee Tobias Stieler of Germany. So corner for PSV here in this left-hand side. Right-footed delivery, in-swinger, headed on and wide from a player in the middle there. See this again, nice ball in. Decent little flick and the ball goes behind for a goal kick. As I was saying, PSG leads Stuttgart. Also elsewhere, This evening, Bayern have taken the lead against Slovan Bratislava. Bayern Munich need a big result tonight. They need results to go their way. They can't just rely on winning this evening, Bayern, to go through. They need results that kind of help them along the way. At the moment, they are not helping them along the way, those results, because Bayern is still outside the top 8, even with a win this evening. They would be in 10th with a win this evening, Bayern Munich. They are leading, so they're doing their job. Thomas Müller, the veteran for Bayern, has them 1-0 to the good. Not an awful kind of setup so far in terms of early goals. I thought it would be an absolute calamity. I expect there to be a point tonight where there will be a flood of goals and a flurry of goals. But it is so crucial for so many teams to get big results tonight that no one actually knows how it's going to play out. Not even the teams that are involved tonight. Chiesa with a nice press. PSV with nice play to break away from Chiesa's press there. Saibari to Junior. Back to Buscagli. Here's Veerman. Back to Buscagli. Good bit of possession here for PSV, who haven't had major possession so far. Robertson stepping in well against Till. Clearing the ball away. Bobbling ball. Buscagli got there just ahead of Jadon Dans, who was threatening for Liverpool, but well controlled by PSV, who get back into shape and back on the ball. Here is Buscagli. Obispo. Buscagli again over the top, trying to go for that ball in behind for Bakayoko. Well defended by Tsimikas. And McConnell finds Elliott on this left side for Liverpool. McConnell, lovely bit of skill to break free. McConnell threads, just a bit short to Gakpo in behind. Good opportunity, just a bit short on the delivery. The through ball, just lacking that little bit of pace. Nice play from McConnell there, the Liverpool midfielder, the youngster. Been a red card already tonight. That's an interesting one. A red card for Monaco against Inter Milan. Inter leading by a goal to nil. Lautaro Martinez has Inter up to third at the moment. His goal. Monaco in 17th at the moment, but they are guaranteed a top 24 spot tonight. They are in no major worries, but they have a man sent off, we believe, Christian Mwasa, for a last man foul. Sees Monaco down to 10 this evening. Atletico have also doubled their lead away at Salzburg. It is Atletico Madrid 2-0 up. Antoine Griezmann with the second goal has doubled the visitors' lead there. Federico Chiesa trying to get Liverpool on the attack. Does well to retain the ball. Bradley. Right, Elliott. And back to Kwanzaa. Well, let's update you from those games involving the English sides. So we're watching this one here between PSV and Liverpool. Liverpool on the attack again here with Chiesa. Elsewhere, Manchester City still 0-0 between them and Club Brugge. Remember, City need to win tonight. That is a must-win game for Pep Guardiola's side if they are to progress to the next stage of the competition, and that would be the double knockout playoff round next month. So that would be a win needed for City tonight. It's 0-0 there. It's 0-0 between Girona and Arsenal this evening as well. And Aston Villa 2-0 up against Celtic at Villa Park. Morgan Rogers with both of those goals. So those are the English sides all in action tonight. As here come PSV. Play down the left-hand side. The ball into the box is far too close to Quivien Kelleher. It was Saibara with a poor touch, a poor pass as well, far too close to the Liverpool goalkeeper. Again, it was a nice threaded through ball, lovely flick by Bakayoko, round the corner. I think it might have been Pepe that was making the run, and he played it out wide to Saibari, who tried to cross it back in, but far too close to the goalkeeper of Liverpool. And now Dans with a lovely bit of skill sends Harvey Elliott or McConnell on the run. Ball across. Here's Federico Chiesa. Oh, he lost his footing. Dans with a shot charge down. McConnell now. Dans. Bradley. Trying to find Dans again. Intercepted there by the PSV defence. But Liverpool looked a threat there. Endo skipping his way through. Goes down. No foul. Referee letting things run tonight. Not giving many of a foul so far as PSV retain the possession. Another goal to tell you about. Feyenoord have levelled away at Lille this evening. It is 1-1 there. Santiago Jimenez with the goal for Feyenoord has them at 1-1. Lille and Feyenoord both with a chance to finish in the top 8 tonight with a win, but a draw wouldn't be enough for either side. They'd be in the top 24 guaranteed, both of those clubs, but at the moment not a top 8 place on the cards for either without a win. Here is McConnell. Elliott. Back in field to James McConnell. Back to Jarell Quansah. Liverpool just passing the ball around at the moment. Other goals to mention this evening. The other German side at home this evening, Bayern leading by a goal to nil, but Dortmund are also 1-0 up against Shakhtar. Shakhtar need a mini miracle this evening if they're going to qualify. They haven't been eliminated yet, but unless there is the most dramatic of dramatic games there tonight for Shakhtar, they need a win and some big results elsewhere if they're to progress. At the moment they are 1-0 down away at Borussia Dortmund. Shiru Girassi with the goal has Dortmund 1 up, and Dortmund in 9th at the moment. They would be just outside the top 8 on goal difference. Dortmund with a win and all the scores as they are elsewhere. That could change if certain results go their way, but at the moment Dortmund would be in 9th in the table. Also, Inter have doubled their lead as well against Monaco. Lautaro Martinez with his second of the night, and Benfica lead Juventus. Juventus 1-0 down at home to Benfica. Vangelis Pavlidis with the goal, who scored that hat-trick against Barcelona last week, and he has Benfica leading there. Juventus teetering above that elimination zone at the moment. PSV have a free kick here, about 23 yards out to the right-hand side of the Liverpool goal. The shot is wide. It was a good effort, just not on target. The right height, the right kind of curl on the ball, just over the bar. Looks to the sky there as the PSV man that took that shot. That would have been Land, Tigo Land, took that shot that went off target. Here they come again to PSV down this left hand side now. Touch in field there. Ball over the top, back of Yoko to head it back across. Till in the mix. He brings it down, trying to find a teammate. Endo in the way. Ball's still alive. As Saibari battling with Chiesa. He does really well, Federico Chiesa, to break away now. Trying to get Liverpool on the move. And Liverpool win the throw-in there through Chiesa. That was good play from Federico Chiesa just to get Liverpool out. A bit of a bother at the back there. Just get them out of pressure on that occasion. PSG, sorry, I'll get mixed up with that. PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, the French side, leading at 1-0. They're now 2-0 up. They've doubled their lead away at Stuttgart this evening. Ousmane Dembele, that incredible comeback against Manchester City from 2-0 down last week. PSG, they went on to win 4-2 in the end there. They're leading this evening, and a win tonight as it stands with the results elsewhere. PSG would be in 16th in the table, and Stuttgart would be outside the top 24 because Dinamo Zagreb, who lost to Arsenal last week, are leading AC Milan by a goal to nil. Martin Baturina, has given Dinamo Zagreb the lead, which would mean Zagreb would be in the top 24 and Stuttgart would be eliminated as it stands in that one. Incredible scenes there for Zagreb. Okay then. Liverpool with a throw in down the right hand side here. Goal as well in Lisbon this evening between Sporting and Bologna. Bologna, one of the top sides, one of the competitive sides outside that top 24 that can move themselves up the table. They're eliminated, so it doesn't really matter. But Sporting might be on the teetering edge if results go against them tonight. If they lose tonight, Sporting, and Bologna win, of course, and either Manchester City win or Stuttgart win, then Sporting will be outside the top 24 as it stands tonight. That is not a good scene for Sporting, who would regard themselves as possible chance of getting into the knockout stages. But losing tonight against a side who have nothing on the line, and Bologna who are already eliminated, is a tough task. Bologna lead by a goal to nil. Tommaso Pobegba has them leading by a goal to nil. So, if I calculate right, at this moment in time, out of the 18 games, there are 8, I believe, 8 nil-nils at this moment in time. If my calculations are correct, there are 8 nil-nils, 3 of them involving English teams at the moment. Halfway through the first half then, here is McConnell, lovely ball through the lines to Endo now. Elliott, lovely play out to Bradley on the right hand side here. Connor Bradley couldn't get past his man in Saibari. And it goes out for a Liverpool throw on the right hand side. Bradley to take this throw in then for Liverpool. Back to Robertson. Gives it away cheaply there, Andy Robertson, but well won back by Chiesa. Endo moving the ball nicely across the midfield. Elliott holds on to the ball well, plays it over the top, looking for Gakpo in behind, but the pace and the bounce of the ball just carried it away from the Dutchman. And it will be a goal kick to PSV. Bespoke, Karsdorp into midfield for PSV, trying to move it around. Nice ball down to Bakayoko on the right, who couldn't keep it in play. There, Bakayoko. He's been a main target, Johan Bakayoko, for PSV so far this evening. The 21-year-olds. He's been a main target for them to get the ball forward. Here's Endo between the lines. Elliott trying to flick it round the corner. Battling there, lost that battle. Ball comes all the way back to Benitez. Now Buscagli. Veerman trying to play out. PSV getting a bit more comfortable on the ball now. But Liverpool have been competitive with all those changes they've made tonight, and all those players, senior players that you would expect to be in a Champions League team for Liverpool, not involved this evening. A free hit for those players. A point would be enough for Liverpool to finish top. Although here's a shot, weirdly taken, awfully taken, on the edge of the box there by Veerman, and straight into the hands of Kelleher. Pretty tame effort. Nice ball down the right hand side. Bakayoko again, waiting for his opportunity, plays it across to Veerman, edge of the D, and he swipes it with his right, but it bobbles up into the air and right into the hands of the Liverpool keeper. No real pressure for Caoimhín Kelleher there. 25 minutes gone. 0-0. Both sides have had half-decent opportunities. Here's Chiesa breaking away for Liverpool. That was well covered over back there by Junior, who got back in. Chiesa trying to battle. Gets the advantage. Penalty to Liverpool. And the referee blew the whistle. The ball found the back of the net afterwards, but a penalty's been given. And it's Joey Veerman that gives away the penalty on Federico Chiesa. And Liverpool a bit unhappy because they put the ball into the back of the net, but the referee's whistle had already gone, and it was certainly a penalty. Yeah, it's poor from Joey Veerman. Given the ball back by Junior, facing his own goal. Chiesa coming in, trying to win the ball back, and Veerman takes him down quite drastically there and quite clearly. It is a penalty. VAR will, of course, keep an eye and check, but it looks to me like it's quite easily a penalty. But I'd have to say, you know, very energetic from Federico Chiesa, but if the referee had waited 2 seconds, 3 seconds longer, we wouldn't have the penalty. We would have a Liverpool goal. Because the ball did find the back of the net. The ball, as the ball came away from Chiesa after the foul, it came back out and the shot was taken. I couldn't see who it was from Liverpool. I don't know whether it was Elliott or it might have been McConnell, someone of that ilk. I think it might have been Harvey Elliott who was in the vicinity. But it comes back, and as it was cleared away, the ball bobbled out to the edge of the box, and the shot was taken. See this again. Yeah, clears it away, does Veerman. It's quite clearly a penalty. He does kick the back of his leg, and then Harvey Elliott takes the shot and finishes into the bottom right corner, but that won't count because the whistle had already gone before the shot was taken and hit the back of the net, so therefore it will be a penalty to Liverpool, but no goal on that occasion. A bit of impatience from the referee, but the right decision certainly that it is a penalty. Liverpool a chance to take the lead here at the moment. As Liverpool fans away in the gods, and a chance for Cody Gakpo against his former club in PSV to give Liverpool the lead here in Eindhoven tonight. Gakpo stepping up. Cody Gakpo, a real well-known entity around these parts, and he gives Liverpool the lead. Coolly taken penalty by Cody Gakpo into the bottom right corner, and Liverpool lead by 1-0 from the penalty spot. Joey Veerman gives it away, Chiesa the one fouled, and Cody Gakpo gives Liverpool the lead. On fire for Liverpool this season is Gakpo, and he's got another to his tally. PSV 0, Liverpool 1. It's quite clear. There's no questions about the penalty. There's no questions it was a penalty. There's no doubts about that. But at the end of the day, Liverpool are not worried about whether it's a penalty or not. The penalty taken, the penalty scored, and that gives Liverpool the lead, which would mean at this moment in time, Liverpool would be leaving the competition into the knockouts and not returning till March, of course. The round of 16 games not until March. So Liverpool wouldn't need to worry about this competition until the month after next, because they will be automatically through. But that will be all on merits, because they are looking to make it not only into the top 8, to make it 8 wins out of 8 in the Champions League this season, which would be quite remarkable for Arne Slot in his first season at the football club. And Liverpool leading then. Just keeping an eye on other results. There's a big one where an English side are behind at the moment. It means really nothing to the home side tonight, but it could have put Arsenal in a bit of bother if results go against them tonight, because Arsenal are losing away at Girona, the Spanish side, who did an incredible season last season to get into this competition. They, of course, are already eliminated, but Arnaut Danjuma has given Girona the lead and Arsenal trail. It means Arsenal might not be in a bit of bother at this moment in time, because they would still be 5th in the table, but they would be the only side in the top 8 losing at the moment. They would be the only side in the top 9 losing, but they would be in a difficult position if all those draws you see on the bottom right, on the right hand side of your screen, all those orange kind of icons, if they start winning tonight, Arsenal could be in a very bad position, because if it gets that close, they really could be asking themselves whether they will be in the top 8 or not. And the last thing Arsenal need with their injury problems is even more football games. But we will see. They're not guaranteed a top 8 spot already, Arsenal. Only Liverpool and Barcelona are guaranteed a top 8 spot coming into tonight. So nothing is impossible this evening for any of those other teams. So Arsenal losing. Still, Manchester City and Bruges is goalless. 30-odd minutes gone in that one at the Etihad Stadium. There was a fire outside the Etihad earlier this evening. The game continued. City are pushing for the opening goal, but nothing to show for it as of yet. No shots on target in that game. Still 0-0 between Manchester City and Club Bruges. Liverpool have a free kick here. Kostas Tsimikas is standing over it, right hand side of the goal. It will be a delivery. It won't be a direct free kick from this position, although we might sneak it past the goalkeeper. We'll see. Tsimikas, left footed delivery, back post, flicked away from goal, kept alive there by Robertson, trying to spin his way into the box again. Gives it back out to Tsimikas and Elliott. He lifts over the top. Gakpo there to target, but Benitez committed himself and run into his own man there. And as he grabbed the ball, Liverpool end up not getting the most out of that opportunity, and PSV recover. Goal in Brest this evening. That top the French side, Stade Brest, that have done incredible work this season, getting into the Champions League and getting into a very promising position in the Champions League. They are guaranteed a good position tonight. They're guaranteed a top 18 spot this evening. They are losing at home to Real Madrid. Real Madrid, who need to win tonight to have any chance of a top 8 finish. They need results to go their way as well, which is currently not happening. So Real Madrid, at this moment in time, if you can see on your screen there, will be 11th as it stands. Rodrigo with the goal has Madrid leading. There's an issue here. Benitez, the PSV goalkeeper, has had an issue. He collided with his own player there and is in a bit of bother. He's just getting back to his feet. He was in a bit of pain there, was Benitez. It's a bit of issues as he tries to get back to his feet. Keeping an eye on the results and scores everywhere else. Leverkusen have taken the lead against Sparta Prague this evening. Florian Wirtz has scored that one. There was a penalty given initially, but that goal penalty was ruled out. But then 2 minutes after the penalty was ruled out, Florian Wirtz, the leading man at Bayer Leverkusen, has given Leverkusen the lead. A win for Leverkusen tonight would be enough for a top 8 finish, as long as results go their way, but they'd be on 16 points, which would be a good position considering their goal difference as well, which would be +7 as it stands. So they're in a good positive position, which is what I mean by this could be a bit of a worrying evening if Arsenal do lose tonight, albeit their goal difference is quite superior to a lot of teams. But if they get a combination of a couple of teams winning by quite a good amount of goals, you never know. Anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed for Arsenal, certainly, this evening, who are losing, but Leverkusen winning there against Sparta Prague. So at the moment, I said a while ago there was 8 0-0s. That included our game here in Eindhoven. There are now only 4 games without a goal remaining. Barcelona and Atalanta is goalless. Man City and Bruges is goalless. Sturm Graz and Leipzig is also goalless. And Young Boys against Red Star Belgrade are the only 4 games without a goal in them at this moment in time. As Eindhoven in the box and a shot goal. And PSV Eindhoven are back in the game. It is Johan Bakayoko with a leveller. And Liverpool's lead cut. And PSV Eindhoven have got themselves back on level terms. Fabulous little goal. I didn't really keep an eye on it. I'll give you the replay in a moment. But PSV are back level. It's only the 3rd goal that Liverpool have conceded in this season's competition. Let's see how it works. Down the right-hand side it came. Ball into the box. Was headed off a Liverpool defender in Jarell Quansah. It bounced down to Bakayoko. Yeah, it's a lovely shoulder by Pepe. Brought down by Bakayoko, drags it onto his right and finds the far left corner. Lovely finish, lovely goal. Slice of luck. And Liverpool maybe a bit sloppy there in positions. But Johan Bakayoko has PSV back on terms. Game on here in Eindhoven. Lovely goal. Beautifully taken. And well deserved. And that means that the home side are certainly, at this moment in time, guaranteeing themselves a top 24 spot, because a draw for them would be enough on the night for that to be the case. They would be guaranteed a top 24 spot with a win tonight. Or with a draw, sorry, tonight for PSV Eindhoven. Liverpool only need a draw for the first position, for top spot in the table. And that would mean, actually, Liverpool only need to match Barcelona's result. That would be key for them tonight. There's Gakpo there, kept it in play. The PSV fans didn't believe so. Couple of goals to tell you about in a moment. One involving Liverpool's situation in a moment, and that Barcelona game, we'll tell you about that in a second. And at Villa Park as well. Here's Bradley. Nice 1-2. McConnell now. Elliott in between the lines. Endo takes it into the box. Now Conor Bradley. Bradley across. Good defending in there. Good clearance by Buscagli behind for, I believe, the Liverpool corner. And the Eindhoven PSV captain putting it behind there. Celtic have got a goal back against Aston Villa. Adam Ida with a goal there, so it is 2-1 to Villa, but game on there. Atalanta have taken the lead against Barcelona. David Zappacosta with the opening goal for Atalanta there. They're cruising towards a top 8 finish. Atalanta tonight, they're on 17 points with a victory tonight. Barcelona would drop to 3rd with a defeat tonight. Liverpool will be all guaranteed a top spot as long as they match Barcelona's result, which they're bettering at the moment because they're drawing and Barcelona are losing as it stands, of course. Here's McConnell looking to whip it in, headed away well by Obispo. One back by James McConnell. Down the right hand side, here's Chiesa, takes on his man, battling there. That's really good defending in there by I think that was Junior. And now say Barry tried to break away, but McConnell on the cover puts it out for the throw in. Lille have retaken the lead against Feyenoord in that one. It's 2-1 to Lille. Of course, a win for either one of those two teams would be big for them. They would be in the top 8 with a win. Lille or Feyenoord as it stands, and Feyenoord trailing, Lille ahead. PSG have furthered their lead away at Stuttgart. It looks like it's writing on the wall for Stuttgart this evening. They need results to go their way this evening, and at the moment with Dinamo Zagreb winning, that is not going their way at this moment in time for Stuttgart, who are outside the top 24 and 25th, and PSG have made it even further of a deficit for Stuttgart as Ousmane Dembele gets his second and PSG's third of the evening. Dan's with a heavy first touch, but Endo does well to get it over the top, looking for Gakpo in behind. A bit of a bobble. Gakpo has to deal with it. Gakpo feeds it on. Dans can't bring it down. Chiesa will strike, and the follow-up is into the back of the net by Harvey Elliott. And Liverpool are back in front here in Eindhoven. Great game, great goal, and Liverpool are leading once more. Chiesa's effort from the edge of the box couldn't be held onto by Benitez. It rebounds back out into the path of Harvey Elliott, who is kind of free as a bird at the back post, and he strikes it into the far corner, and Liverpool retake the lead. Liverpool 2-1 up here in Eindhoven. Good game so far. Very good game here in Eindhoven. Really enjoying this one so far this evening. So Liverpool back to possibly winning 8 games out of 8. As it stands, leading now against PSV by 2-1 after Harvey Elliott scored. A big game at Villa Park. Can you believe this? Celtic were 2-0 down against Aston Villa. They are back level, Brendan Rodgers' side. It is 2-2. VAR checking that Liverpool goal, by the way. At the moment, Adam Ida with 2 goals in quick succession for Celtic in the space of 2 minutes. Celtic from 2-0 down, back to 2-2. Incredible stuff. Celtic drawing there at the moment with Aston Villa. Villa, that'll be detrimental to them because they need a win tonight for a top 8 finish, and they were leading by 2-0. So it's 2-2. I mean, I don't know what the issue is here with the Liverpool goal. I mean, Harvey Elliott was well onside when the shot was taken, and that was a complete waste of time. Liverpool are 2-1 up, by the way. That second goal has been kind of confirmed, so Harvey Elliott's goal does stand, and Liverpool do lead by 2-1 in this one. And this evening, no further updates, I believe, to tell you elsewhere. There is actually another away side down to 10 men. Dinamo Zagreb leading AC Milan by 1-0, and Milan have just been brought down to 10 men. Yunus Musa with a red card, a second yellow card in the game, has seen him sent off. So Zagreb 1 up and a man up against Milan. Arsenal have levelled the game. Jorginho from the penalty spot against Girona. So Arsenal looking to cover their tracks tonight. A draw is enough for Arsenal to secure a top 8 finish, and they're drawing at the moment. Sturm Graz have taken the lead in that one against Leipzig. So Leipzig finding themselves 1-0 down, which is a bit of a worry for them. They're really out of the competition, both teams. It doesn't really matter what happens in that game at the moment, but Sturm Graz have taken the lead in that one. A bit of a dead rubber. It's all about pride for one of those two teams tonight in the Champions League. They won't be playing in the next stages, so that it'll be their last game of the campaign for those two clubs. Graz leading by 1-0. Arjan Malic with a goal there. Right, that's where we stand. Actually, quick turnaround in Girona this evening. Girona had a 1-goal lead against Arsenal, with an now 2-1 down against Arsenal just before half-time. Jorginho from the penalty spot, and Ethan Nwaneri has got Arsenal ahead. So it is Arsenal 2, Girona 1. In that one, that would put Arsenal back up to 3rd this evening in that one. And Atalanta's goal, by the way, was disallowed moments ago, so that is back to 0-0 between Barcelona and Atalanta. Right, last few minutes here in Eindhoven of the first half. Tsimikas to Gakpo. Here is Harvey Elliott. At the moment, his goal is the difference. Robertson's ball to Chiesa. Nice first touch by Federico Chiesa. Tries to play it in behind. Just too short for Connor Bradley to chase. PSV recover. Only momentarily though. McConnell forces it through. Gakpo gets the bounce. The ball almost comes through the Jadon Dans, but it comes falling to the keeper in Benitez. Of course, we'll keep you up to date with all the scores. We'll update you on everything that's happening around the grounds. We'll give you a full roundup of all the scores from the first halves at half-time, so do not worry about that. If you're a bit confused or you can't keep an eye on the scores or keep a kind of close look on them, we will fully round it all up for you at half-time on how things are going. What's going on? Right, we have 2 0-0s, or there was meant to be 3 0-0s, but we've just changed that because there's been a goal of the Etihad. Hold on, because here's PSV Eindhoven breaking through. Saibari! They're back level again. It's a goal fest here in Eindhoven, and PSV are back level for the second time tonight. PSV Eindhoven 2, Liverpool 2. What a first half here in Eindhoven. Liverpool only need a draw. PSV only need a draw. Well, they're both giving us entertainment tonight with goals. Liverpool protesting, not quite happy with the decision to give the goal or to allow it. We will see what comes of it, but the goal is into the back. The ball's into the back of the net. Complaints from Liverpool. We'll see how the VAR reacts to that at the moment. But yeah, it's given away in midfield. Yeah, there's no foul in that. Liverpool trying to claim a foul. I don't think that's a foul. It's a really good finish in the end by Ismail Saibara. He wins it back in midfield. It's not great from Liverpool defensively, really. And it's not a foul. I'm sure VAR will make sure of that is the case. And we're back to level terms here at Eindhoven. 2-2. So, big first half for both sides who only need a draw tonight. But Liverpool, of course, would want to have that kind of feeling of, well, we've won all 8 games in the Champions League this season. And, of course, VAR have ratified that decision. So, it is a goal. No foul on the Liverpool midfielder. So, it is 2-2 here in Eindhoven. What a cracking first half. 4 added minutes, by the way, is added on. But forget about all that for a moment, because we've had a huge goal in the first half of the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City need to win tonight to get into the top 24. They're not winning. They're not drawing. They're losing at home. Club Brugge have taken the lead just before half-time when PSV scored. Rafael Onyedika with the goal has Club Brugge leading Manchester City. Manchester City, as it stands, would be eliminated out of European competition. Here's Dans breaking forward for Liverpool. It's going to be a free kick and a yellow card here, I believe. It is a yellow card for Karsdorp there, so free kick for Liverpool. And a yellow as well there to Joey Veerman for his... See this again. Karsdorp went down, no foul. Dans picks up the ball down the left side. He gets taken out by Veerman. Yeah, the referee's given a yellow card to both Karsdorp and Veerman here. So the referee not happy with a couple of those players for PSV Eindhoven. But that huge goal in the game between Manchester City and Bruges has City outside the top 24 in 26th as it stands. We will round up all the half-time scores when we hit the half-time whistle here in Eindhoven. We have a minute left of the first half. Liverpool 2-2 away at PSV. As it stands, a draw would be enough for Liverpool to finish in the top half. Even if Barcelona were to win tonight, it wouldn't be enough with Liverpool getting a point. They want to go and try and take the lead once again before half. Here with a free kick on this left-hand side, Liverpool. Last minute of the 4 added in this first half. Is Simicast that's over the free kick. Whistle goes. Simicast left-footed delivery. Headed on and wide by Kwanzaa. Still alive though. Here's Elliott, picks it up on the right side. Whips it back in. Up in the air from the defensive header. Bouncing around the box here. McConnell chests it down. Want to take the shot. Endo takes it with him into the box. Crowded out. And well won back by PSV who want to counter. As Robertson got involved there and brought his man down. And Robertson's going to get himself a booking for that foul. Took one for the team there, Andy Robertson, clearly. Robertson on a yellow then. We should have the end of the first half here in just a moment. The PSV players get back from the free kick. And the 4 added minutes are up. We're into almost into the 6th minute of added time in this first half. Here it comes again for PSV on the turn. They want to have a lead before half-time. PSV ball into the box. Oh, it's gone in! Goodness me! It's gone all the way through. And PSV Eindhoven lead here just before half-time. It's Ricardo Pepe. He takes he gets the goal from the tight angle. A bit of confusion because there might be an offside here. But PSV might be leading Liverpool come half time. Wow. Let's have a look again. No offside there. On the overlap, there's nothing there and nothing there. It doesn't look like there's an issue for me. In any case, it comes off Connor Bradley, bounces into the path and bobbles its way to the back post and into the back of the net. I don't think there's an issue here. Might be something coming out of this. They are checking it, VAR. Not too sure why they're checking it, but they are. What a dramatic first half. But we will wait and see. Well, that's onside from the initial pass. On the turn, there's nothing here either. And it looks like he might be onside there. On 3 occasions, I think he's onside, so I don't think there should be any issues here. And Eindhoven should have the lead at half-time, from the way I look at it. There might be a bit of lines checking here, though, whether Andy Robertson played his man onside or not. And the goal stands. So PSV do have the lead just before half-time. What an incredible first half we're witnessing here in Eindhoven. Liverpool looking to win 8 out of 8. They need a point tonight. At the moment, at half-time, as the whistle's just gone, it's the home side who only need a point themselves who are leading. Liverpool took the lead twice in the game. PSV pegged them back twice in the game, and they have a lead of their own at half-time. Half-time in the Champions League here in Eindhoven. It's PSV 3, Liverpool 2. We'll analyse the whole of the scores at half-time and what the second half might look like here for Liverpool. Half-time, 3-2.
They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine.
Welcome back to Champions League Live. Half-time in the Champions League match day 8. Liverpool 3-2 down away at PSV Eindhoven at half-time. On your screen, all the latest scores from around all the grounds tonight on all 18 fixtures. That's where we stand at half-time. And we'll quickly update you on the table and what it means for all of those teams this evening. Right, let's run you through it then. So, at the moment, Aston Villa 2-2 with Celtic. Aston Villa were 2-0 up against Celtic, but it's back to 2-2 in that one. At the moment, Celtic giving themselves a bit of hope into the second half at Villa Park to try and cause a big upset in that one for Brendan Rodgers' team tonight. At the moment, the only one of two 0-0s in the first half. Barcelona and Atalanta. Atalanta thought they'd taken the lead against Barcelona, but that goal disallowed by VAR is goalless at the break there. Bayern Munich find themselves a goal up against Slovan Bratislava in this one. Thomas Müller with the only goal of that first half has Bayern leading. Dinamo Zagreb leading AC Milan. Sorry, I skipped one there. Stade Brest are trailing at home to Real Madrid. Rodrigo with that one has Madrid leading by a goal to 0. Dinamo Zagreb are one up against AC Milan. Milan down to 10 men as well as a red card in that one. The goal from Martin Bacciarina with the goal there for Dinamo. As well, Dortmund 2-0 up against Shakhtar Donetsk this evening. I didn't get telling you about the second goal, but Girassi with both goals for Dortmund tonight has them 2 to the good. Arsenal coming from behind to lead Girona by a goal, 2-1 in that one. Arnaut Danjuma gave the home side the lead, who are already eliminated Girona. Arsenal, if they don't win tonight, could be at risk, or if they lose tonight, Arsenal, they would be at risk of not finishing in the top 8 this evening, but with a win would be guaranteed that. And that is where they are. Jorginho with the equaliser from the penalty spot, and Ethan Nwaneri with the goal as Arsenal 2-1 up. Inter leading Monaco by 2-0. Monaco down to 10 as well in that first half. Both goals from Lautaro Martinez with that one. Juventus 1-0 down against Benfica at the moment. Vangelis Pavlidis with the goal there has Benfica leading by a goal to 0. He got a hat-trick against Barcelona last week in that 5-4 mad game, and Benfica leading away at a big European side once more. Bayer Leverkusen on the right hand side of your screen, they're leading at Sparta Prague by a goal to 0 at this moment in time. Florian Wirtz with a penalty, the penalty that was disallowed or was cancelled. Then Wirtz scored 2 minutes after the penalty to give Leverkusen the lead at half time. Lille leading Feyenoord by 2-1. It was a ding-dong battle at the start of the first half. Sami Sarawi gave Lille the lead after 4 minutes. Santiago Jimenez had Feyenoord back level before Lille retook the lead with an own goal from Gernot Trauner. Has them leading by 2-1. The big headline of the first half so far is Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, who need a win tonight to qualify in the top 24, are losing at home to Club Brugge at half-time. A huge result for Bruges, but a massive dent for Manchester City if they lose tonight. Rafael Onyedika with the goal has Bruges ahead. They're up to 15th. City outside the top 24 and would be eliminated with a result like this evening. Liverpool, they don't really need to worry about the result tonight, but if they draw, they will be guaranteed top spot. If they lose and Barcelona win, then Barcelona would take top spot in the league table. That's all irrelevant, really. But PSV were behind twice, got themselves back level twice, and then took the lead just before half-time in the highest scoring game of the night so far. PSV 3, Liverpool 2. What a first half in the game there. Also, Atletico Madrid 3-0 up away at Salzburg this evening. Simeone and 2 goals from Antoine Griezmann have Madrid, Atletico, 3-0 up in that one. Sporting trailing to Bologna. Bologna already eliminated. Sporting on the edge, teetering on the edge of elimination. Losing at this moment in time. Bologna leading by a goal to 0. Tommaso Pobegba with the goal there. PSG 3-0 up as well away from home against Stuttgart. Bradley Barcola and Ousmane Dembele brace has them 3 to the good at the break. And the only other goalless game in the first half from 2 eliminated sides, Young Boys and Red Star Belgrade. Nothing to separate them. Barely anything on the points board this season between the two. Young Boys actually have lost all 7 games up to this point, as have Slovan Bratislava at the moment, who are currently losing away to Bayern Munich at this moment in time. That's where we stand. Right, let's have a look quickly at the table and what this means for the table then, and where everybody's sitting, where everybody will end up come the end of tonight at half-time. If we look at the top 8, this is where we are. Liverpool leading the way, still losing at the moment, but still leading the way, with Barcelona drawing at the moment in second place. They're 2 points behind Liverpool, Barcelona, but if they win tonight, they will go above Liverpool if Liverpool fail to get anything out of tonight's game. At this moment, Arsenal are in third, winning at the moment. Inter in fourth, Atletico in fifth, Leverkusen in sixth, Lille and Atalanta make up the top 8. Atalanta drawing at the moment. They would drop a place but would stay inside the top 8 on goal difference. Look at how close it is here. If I just scroll down a little bit, Borussia Dortmund in 9th. They're behind on 4 goals. They're 4 better off goal difference for Atalanta is what separates 8th and 9th at the moment, both on 15 points. Quite a lot of teams on 15 points there. As you see, goal difference, the separator between Atalanta, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid and AC Milan, who are all outside the top 8 at this moment, but are guaranteed a top 24 spot. Those teams, Aston Villa as well, they're in 13th. At the moment, PSV Eindhoven guaranteeing a seeded place there for the draw on Friday. At the moment, with a win, they're in 14th. Bruges and PSG make up the top 16. If we go to 17th to 24th, then this is where we stand. These will be the last teams that will qualify. Benfica, Feyenoord, Monaco, Celtic, Brest, Juventus, Zagreb and Sporting all make up the top 24. And those eliminated teams of Stuttgart, Man City and Shakhtar as it stands. Right, that's where we go, that's where we stand, and that's where we are. With a second half on the way in a moment, a couple of those games getting back underway for the second half. Do stay with us here in LFS because we have got a great second half where the fate of all teams will be decided. 36 teams in action, 18 games, lots of goals. We're bound for even more excitement in the second half. Do join us for that in a couple of minutes here on Champions League Live.
Call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine.
Welcome back to Champions League Live, the second half between PSV Eindhoven and Liverpool, where the home side lead by 3 goals to 2. The break is on the way very shortly, but we'll keep you to date with what's going on elsewhere. At the moment, Manchester City have come ever so close to getting back on terms in that one against Bruges at the start of the second half. John Stones' his header from a corner, just going wide. Ever so close for Manchester City there, but it is still the visitors who lead. Remember, Man City need a win tonight. They need to get back on level terms and then take the lead and win if they are to qualify for the top 24 and for the knockouts this evening. No other goals elsewhere because we're just getting back up and running for the second halves across all our stadiums tonight. Of course, you can stay up to date with everything that's happening right here in LFS this evening. All the goals, all the action, all the drama. You can keep up to date with us here all throughout this evening for the very latest from all of those games. And after the full-time whistle, we'll recap all the scores, we'll recap all the scorers, we'll recap all the results, and we'll look at the table and how it stands ahead of Friday's draw. Remember, on Friday we will have the knockout playoff draw to see who will face who in the playoffs. There could be some big teams facing each other, but of course teams from 9th to 16th would be seeded, so that would mean the second leg of their playoff would be at home, and the teams 17th to 24th would be unseeded, which would mean the first leg of their playoff would be at home. So that's how it would work. And we'll have that draw for you live Friday morning at 11 o'clock here on LFS. And the knockout playoffs get started in a couple of weeks' time, the 11th and 12th and the 18th and 19th of February. The first legs, of course, the 11th and 12th, and the second legs, the 18th and 19th of February. Of course, we won't see any of the top 8 teams in that because they will be automatically progressing through to the round of 16, which will mean, of course, the winners of those knockout playoffs will then be put into a draw for the round of 16 to face the teams in the top 8 who qualify tonight. That's how it works, and there's still a lot to play for a lot of those teams coming into this evening. As well, this weekend, we're back with Premier League action here in LFS, a double-header on Sunday of action for you, and don't forget about that to come this Sunday afternoon here in LFS, as we get another month underway in February. A huge game on Sunday as well, as Brentford take on Tottenham in a London derby at 2 o'clock, and then Arsenal take on Manchester City at 4:30 on Sunday. A cracker, bumper day of Sunday action in the Premier League as well for you. Right, we're ready to go. In about a minute's time, we'll be back live in Eindhoven, where PSV lead Liverpool by 3-2. Second half on the way next.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine.
Welcome back to the second half between PSV and Liverpool, and all of tonight's Champions League games. Of all 18 games, we have a big storyline to tell you, because it involves this game, of course. Leaders Liverpool are leaders Liverpool no more, because as it stands, Barcelona are leading against Atalanta, and Liverpool currently losing means that Liverpool will not be top no more. Barca have taken the lead in that one. Lamine Yamal, love that name, incredible name to say. Lamine Yamal has given Barcelona the lead at the start of the second half. Now remember, Liverpool only need a draw to finish top tonight, so an equaliser would do enough for Liverpool this evening. Whole second half to go, which is underway now for these two teams in Eindhoven. Liverpool 3-2 down. As I said, need a draw tonight to secure top spot, and they also want to make it 8 wins out of 8. But Arne Slot's not worried about this game too massively in the fact of the grand scheme of things, because at the end of the day, really, for Liverpool, they're through, they're in the top 8, and they've got a big Premier League game at the weekend. Goal at the Etihad to tell you about. And a big goal it could be for Manchester City. They're back on level terms, albeit it wouldn't be enough at the moment, but it is on the right track for Manchester City to try and qualify for the top 24. They have levelled it. Mateo Kovacic has given them the leveller. Great solo run up the middle, and a lovely finish down to the bottom left corner has given Manchester City their leveller. It is Manchester City 1, Club Brugge 1, which means Manchester City are on the right path, but they are not in the top 24 just yet. They're still outside it as it stands. So that's where we are at the moment. Of course, all the goals, all the action we'll keep you up to date with as Liverpool come forward there. Bit of a misplaced pass by Elliott. Allows PSV to try and break, but Kwanzaa there battling well. Bradley doesn't win his battle, but that's nicely won by McConnell. Kwanzaa. Now McConnell. Liverpool on the move, and McConnell trying to play it through the centre to Chiesa, but Chiesa was out wide. Not a good ball, that one. Bit miscommunicated there from Liverpool's point of view. But of course, you know, for Liverpool tonight, at the end of the day, they know what they've got on offer. They know what they need to do. They know of what their priorities are this season. And let's be real, this game, they knew last week, if they'd have won last week, they were guaranteed a top 8 spot. No doubts about that for Liverpool. They were guaranteed that spot in the top 8, and it was done and dusted for Liverpool. They knew they were going to make changes tonight. They knew they were going to have a very kind of youthful squad, a team that hasn't played with each other very often. But again, they're in the game, they're battling, and they're competing very well. McConnell, lovely touch, finds Harvey Elliott. Liverpool on the move here. Chiesa through the middle. Elliott's ball just overhit to find Chiesa, but it was a nice move from Liverpool. Well won back in the middle and well driven forward. Just the final pass a bit too heavy through the middle to try and find their attacker in Chiesa there. So the ball comes down the left hand side here for PSV. Cuts it back. Ball bobbled towards the box. Kept in play, but Conor Bradley will just clear that one away for Liverpool. Dans with a touch. Finds McConnell. Telegraphs it a bit to Tsimikas. Can't control it. Can't find a teammate. Liverpool a bit haphazard at the moment. That's a lovely first touch by Harvey Elliott. It's to settle Liverpool into possession for the moment. Into Endo. He's brought down there with Wataru Endo. And is a free kick to Liverpool. So Barcelona leading, Liverpool losing, so Barca would be first. Now, albeit it doesn't make a major difference because neither side will be able to meet each other until the final anyway. Liverpool or Barcelona, no matter what order they finish in. But Liverpool, of course, would want to finish top. That will be their second half motivation point for this one. Elsewhere, there's been a goal at Shakhtar. I've got a goal back against Dortmund. Now, Shakhtar need a mini miracle. They need to win tonight and hope that all the results around them go exactly their way, which is so unlikely, it's unreal. It's almost impossible for them. But there is a mathematical combination where Shakhtar can win and be through. It's very unlikely, but nothing is ever impossible when it comes to the Champions League. Marlon Gomez has got them a goal back. They need to come back against Dortmund and hope results go their way for Shakhtar, but it's a long way coming. For them, they've got one back against Dortmund, an equaliser in Brest this evening. Brest have levelled against Real Madrid. The tournament's kind of surprise package at times at Stade Brest. And they have got themselves back level. Ludovic Ayork with the goal there has got them back on terms. It is 1-1 and Brest well battling with Real Madrid. Of course, a draw would be enough for both sides to finish in the top 24. No question, but Real Madrid might want a top 8 spot. They can still get one, but that is if they win and get results to go their way, which at the moment is not the case. At the moment, Liverpool winning a free kick there, and they're going to make a change here, Liverpool. Cody Gakpo, who is applauded by the home crowd. He scored against them tonight from the penalty spot. Welcomed home after he joined Liverpool from this club 2 years ago. And of this fine country of the Netherlands, born and bred throughout this youth academy here at PSV. And he has been taken off here for Tyler Morton. Applauding the crowd he is. And Tyler Morton is the man coming on for Cody Gakpo. Dans with a lovely run. Chiesa keeping the attack on the move here for Liverpool as Dans was taken out. And Federico Chiesa trying to dribble around the box. Ball still bubbling. Morton. Elliott keeps it alive. Bradley at the byline. And wins Liverpool a corner, I believe. It will be a corner. It looked like the goalkeeper might have caught it just before it went out, but the assistant said no, and it's a corner to Liverpool on the right-hand side. That Brest goal, by the way, has been disallowed. So they are not level against Real Madrid. It is still 1-0 to Madrid. That bit little correction for you. So corner to Liverpool on the right-hand side. Just keeping an eye on that Man City game there for a moment as Liverpool's corner delivered in, left-footed, swung in. Great whip on it, headed away by the PSV defenders. McConnell battling there, and that's going to be a free kick against James McConnell on Johan Bakayoko. The referee had a bit of a think, and the free kick goes the home side's way. PSV leading Liverpool, but elsewhere at the Etihad, Bruges almost had a chance to take the lead against Manchester City. Christos Solis had the shot from the edge of the box. Keeper was rooted to his spot, and it just goes wide of the right post, ever so narrowly wide, as Kevin De Bruyne's effort goes narrowly wide there as well. They are both fighting for the win tonight, those two teams. Bruges don't need it, but would like a win away at Manchester City. Man City have won all three of their home games. Won two of their three home games up to this point. They drew the first game. The ball over the top. Pepe made the run against Liverpool here. On the turn. Lovely first touch. The shot. Well charged down on Till. And easily gathered by Quivin Kelleher. Still a massive threat here. Our PSV against Liverpool. No question about that. Milan have got an equaliser against Dinamo Zagreb. Christian Pulisic with the equaliser there. That would put Milan back in the top 8. A draw tonight as things stand. A draw would be enough as PSV went it back. Robertson with the clearance there. So Milan drawing with Dinamo Zagreb would put Milan back in the top 8, and it would see Dinamo Zagreb drop back out of the top 24 and Stuttgart bounce back in to the top 24. So a couple of positions changing for a couple of teams based on one goal could change the whole dramatic. That's what makes it so exciting. One goal could change the whole dynamic of the table in a matter of seconds this evening. PSG are making no doubt about their hopes of qualifying because they are leading quite significantly. They've added a fourth goal now away at Stuttgart. Ousmane Dembele completing the hat-trick, making it 4. That's back-to-back games where they've scored 4 goals. Another goal at the Etihad to tell you about. And they've turned it around. Manchester City leading Club Brugge for the first time tonight. I'll see it again. Savinho in behind. Vardy across and an own goal there sees Manchester City take the lead. Joel Ordóñez with the own goal, and Manchester City are 2-1 in front. That is huge, huge for Manchester City tonight. Fabulous stuff for them. They would be qualifying for the top 24 with a win tonight. Only barely, but they would be qualifying for the top 24 with a victory this evening. But remember, they were 2-0 up away against PSG last week, and they ended up losing by 4-2. Nothing is ever certain in the Champions League, especially when it comes to Manchester City. But they're leading for the first time tonight and will love to hold on to that lead. Speaking of hold on to that lead, Bakayoko trying to add to the lead for PSV there. And Kostas Tsimikas has actually been penalised here as Bakayoko ends up on the floor. So Liverpool giving away another free kick. Yeah, he just kind of leans into him and brings him down. I think maybe Arne Slot knows that there with his reaction. There's a foul and a free kick to PSV. So a chance here for the home side to try and improve what they've already done so far this evening. Harvey Elliott there having a chat with the referee about setting up the defensive wall. Bit of dispute over where to stand. Liverpool have this free kick to defend. Nice little move into the box all the way through. Nice little straight off the training ground, that type of move, and right to the back post from Veerman. Couldn't find a teammate. Goal kick. Lille have furthered their lead against Feyenoord this evening. It is Lille 3, Feyenoord 1. An own goal, second own goal of the night, and David Hanschko with the second own goal of the evening for Lille, who have the lead by 3-1. At the moment, they're in the top 8, Lille, and are just solidifying that place by adding to their lead. At the moment, there is a points gap between 8th and 9th, which there hasn't been in the competition all night so far. It's been goal difference separating, but at the moment it's points that are the difference between the sides in the top 8 and just outside the top 8. So a bit of, not breathing room, but maybe a bit of a separation starting to form in this second half. We will see. There's a lot of twists and turns still to come. It's Liverpool trying to defend again. Kwanzaa heads that ball away. PSV certainly with so far the better of the attacking intent so far the second half. They win a throw in there. Does Karsdorp. Fizz ball in by Obispo. And that fizz ball to the back post had to be dealt with by Connor Bradley, and it was dealt with by Connor Bradley, who put it behind for a corner. And it was a dangerous ball in, and Bradley didn't take any risks with Saibari coming in behind and put it behind for the corner, of which Joey Veerman will come over to take. Big goal at Villa Park to tell you about in a moment after this PSV corner. Right-footed delivery, headed away by Dans, only as far as Bakayoko though. Now Karsdorp swings it out to the left side for Veerman again. Fizzes one into the box. Joey Veerman away by Kwanzaa, and the flag was up anyway in the mix there, so Liverpool with a free kick. Well, PSV lead 3-2 here at Villa Park. Aston Villa have taken the lead once again. They were 2-0 up against Celtic. Celtic brought it back to 2-2 with Adam Ida just before half-time. But Ollie Watkins, who's been linked with a move away in the last day or two to Arsenal, who've possibly made a bid. Well, Ollie Watkins making his services well known for Villa as he gives them the lead once again. Villa 3, Celtic 2. And a win for Aston Villa would move them up into the top 8. Fabulous stuff for Aston Villa. They're in 7th at the moment with a win as it stands, because there's a bit of a change in topsy-turvying, because Milan of 10-man Milan, who got level against Dinamo Zagreb, have now gone behind again. Marco Piaka with the goal there sees Milan outside the top 8 now losing, and Dinamo Zagreb just inside the top 24. Sporting and Stuttgart are now losing, and with Manchester City winning, it means that Dinamo Zagreb with a win would be just inside the top 24, and Sporting would be dropping out in their place, and Stuttgart of course as well, with those results going against those two teams. Here's Chiesa trying to curl it. Oh, not too far away that time, Federico Chiesa for Liverpool. At the moment, Dortmund 2-1 up against Shakhtar. Bayern 2-0 up now against Slovan Bratislava. Harry Kane with the second, but that's not enough for Bayern at this minute in time. They'll be in 10th. They need a result or two to go their way for to sneak into that top 8, which is not going their way at the moment. It is still 2-0 to Bayern, but elsewhere the results are not going their way. Liverpool applying the press here. Endo nips in to win the ball, but couldn't keep it as the ball bounced away from him. He keeps committed, and he wins Liverpool the throw-in, does Wataru Endo. It's a good commitment that from the veteran midfielder. I think PSG and Atletico have made a bid, made a kind of a claim before the game tonight that they're both going to copy each other, because every time one scores, the other scores right after, and there's a 4th goal for Atletico Madrid. They're leading 4-0, as are PSG. Atletico's 4th scored by Marcus Llorente, and they're thumping RB Salzburg at the moment by 4-0. Robertson. Now Chiesa out on the left-hand side. He's got Tsimikas on the overlap. Chiesa Plays it into McConnell. Endo couldn't keep it. Ball bobbling around and actually bounces for Saibari here to try and send PSV on the counter. But he can't get it. But they're going to pull it back here for a pull on Saibari by Tyler Morton. So a free kick will come PSV's way. Yeah, it's quite clearly a pull back on the right shoulder of Saibari by Tyler Morton, and it is a yellow card. Second goal for Real Madrid as well, after they thought they had conceded in that one. That goal disallowed, and Jude Bellingham has doubled Real Madrid's lead in that one. So Real Madrid also making a push to try and find the top 8, but at the moment, as it stands with those teams winning, Dortmund, Bayern and Real Madrid all winning, looking for a top 8 spot, results are going against them, which means they would all not qualify in the top 8, and they would all have to play a playoff in the next few weeks to get into the round of 16. That's the way the tough task of the top 8 goes. Not everybody can get a spot. At the moment, we know Liverpool have certainly got a spot, whether it's first or second. We're still not too sure of what way that will end up. With Barcelona winning, Liverpool losing, Liverpool would be in second as it stands. Liverpool have been top almost all the way throughout the competition up to this point. But at the moment, they are not finishing first as it stands, with them losing and Barcelona winning. Our table, by the way, stopped updating. We do apologise about that. We're trying to resolve that issue. I've just noticed it, and it's not fixed. I apologise. I don't apologise because I've just realised that it's not wrong, because we just had a change in the score. Robertson, by the way, has come off here for Liverpool, so Trey Neone has come on, so some more youngsters coming on for Liverpool. Liverpool not looking to risk any too many players this evening, if they don't need to, which they don't, because with them losing, it doesn't really matter what happens elsewhere, because they will be top of the table, because Barcelona are not leading Atalanta anymore. Atalanta have got a leveler, Edison with the equaliser. It's Barca 1, Atalanta 1 in that one, and if Barca don't win, they have no chance of trying to topple Liverpool's top spot this evening. Here's Harvey Elliott driving into the box. Elliott trying to chop back, went down, and the referee's actually going to go and give the decision the opposite way. He felt that it was actually not a foul. I think he might have thought it was a dive, and he's completely right, the referee, because Harvey Elliott initiates the contact. That's really good refereeing, by the way. Really good refereeing by Tobias Stieler this evening. And yeah, Elliott gets a yellow card for diving, or for simulation, to say the technical term. And PSV are going to make a change anyway, as they have a free kick on the edge of their own box. Leverkusen have doubled their lead against Sparta Prague in that one. At the moment, Leverkusen in the top 8 and would be staying in the top 8 as they're currently winning, and their goal difference would keep them in a very solid position there at this minute in time. Change then for PSV. Karsdorp is coming off and Ledesma is coming on. Ball in behind here for PSV. Trying to make a move to find a fourth goal. 66 minutes gone. PSV 3, Liverpool 2. At the moment, Liverpool will be top, with Barcelona drawing at the moment with Atalanta. Liverpool only need a point tonight to secure that. Even if Barcelona win, a draw would be enough for Liverpool, who are currently losing. Here's Bakayoko down the right hand side up against Tsimikas, trying to chop his way through. McConnell there in the cover as well, and Bakayoko has to give it all the way back to Obispo, but he returns it back to Bakayoko with space here again. Goes backwards again. Bakayoko not willing to take on the defender for Liverpool. Third goal for Inter against 10-man Monaco at the moment. Lautaro Martinez completes his hat-trick for this evening. He has the third goal, and so do Inter. 3-0 there at the moment. Elsewhere, there's nothing elsewhere at this minute in time to tell you about. as Wataru Endo gets involved there, and Liverpool have a corner to defend here. So a bit of a corner for PSV on this right hand side. Their 4th corner of the night for the home side. Corner taken short. Veerman. Bakayoko trying to curl it around the back post, but too far. Goal kick. Right, we've a good 20 minutes or 22 minutes or so to go here, but elsewhere they're all ahead of us. Elsewhere they've about 15 to 20 minutes to go elsewhere, so we are kind of the furthest behind game. So we will conclude whilst everyone else has already finished their games. At the Etihad, it is still Man City 2, Club Brugge 1. Now remember, only 1 goal of difference. If Bruges equalise, Man City are out. Man City have to win tonight to qualify. They're winning, so they're in a good position, but nothing's guaranteed. At the moment, Aston Villa leading Celtic by 3 goals to 2. They would be in the top 8. Barca would be finishing 2nd with a draw against Atalanta, who would also finish in the top 8, those 2 teams. Sorry, Atalanta will be outside the top 8, apologies, with a draw because of results going against them. Dortmund, Bayern and Real Madrid all winning, but it's not enough at the moment because results are going against them. PSV leading Liverpool, PSG leading away at Stuttgart, Benfica winning as well in their game. Lots of big wins for big teams tonight. They're all qualifying. Celtic currently losing, but that's enough for them. It doesn't really matter what happens for them tonight. They're guaranteed a top 24 spot of Brendan Rodgers' side. But it is all about Manchester City is the big watchword tonight. Can Manchester City do it? Can they hold on in that one to see it over the line? We will see. Red Star Belgrade have taken the lead away at Young Boys. Both sides eliminated, so it doesn't really matter in that one. And Red Star leading by a goal to 0. In that one, I'll tell you the goal scorer. It is Gilor Kanga with a goal. There's an issue here. Jayden Dan's the Liverpool player in pain. He's up on his feet, but he's in a bit of pain. And the PSV player at the moment not happy. Jayden Dan's is still struggling. He's standing up, but he's hobbling a bit here. At the moment, I think it would be Maro Jr. Who is the one down for PSV. So a stoppage in play here for the moment. 20 minutes to go. At the moment, Barcelona have retaken the lead against Atalanta, which means Liverpool need a draw to finish top of the league table. Barca back in front, Ronald Araujo with a goal there. And big goal of the Etihad because Manchester City are 3-1 up against Club Brugge. They have really come out in this second half and look to do the business, and they look like they are going to be going through to the knockout playoffs. Savinho with a 3rd goal for City with around 13 minutes to go. Club Brugge are going to have some comeback if they're going to get anything out of that game late, but you never know. But I very highly doubt that Manchester City will throw it away this evening. 3-1 there at the moment. Keeping an eye on all those other games. Any other updates to tell you, we'll let you know. Nothing as of yet. Elsewhere, here's Jarell Quansah for Liverpool. Less than 20 to go. Quansah on the solo run. Picked up well by Elliott. Out wide to Bradley. Bradley crossing. Blocked. Gets another chance here. Connor Bradley. All trying to find its way to Elliott. Well defended in there by PSV. And they deal with the situation, although not dealing with the touch. And ball goes out for a throw-in on the far right side for Liverpool. Liverpool here with Dans, couldn't squeeze it through, and there's going to be a free kick given against Liverpool here for Joey Veerman, who was fouled. Free kick to PSV. Well, it's all going well for those big teams. It looks like Man City will scrape through. It looks like some of those big teams will find their way into the top 24, certainly. But the top 16 is important. You want a seeded game for the next round. But the top 8 is where it's at the moment. There is still a lot can change between now and the full-time whistle in all of those games this evening. Because if there is a change in a scoreline elsewhere, there are a number of teams waiting to pounce just outside the top 8, all winning at the moment and winning comfortably by a 2-goal lead. Dortmund, Bayern and Real Madrid all winning at the moment, waiting to pounce on any of those teams that are just inside the top 8. It is still very close as we head to the latter stages. Elliott, poor ball given away. And played around the Liverpool defence there. Endo beaten. Trying to cut it back, Pepe. And now played through. Here's Saibari. Great challenge in there by Tyler Morton, who puts his body on the line for Liverpool and denies PSV a chance at a fourth. McConnell breaking forward, trying to get Liverpool on the move. We've had little to nothing in real attacking threat this evening, Liverpool, in front of goal in the second half. Haven't had a shot in the second half, Liverpool. PSV actually with only one shot, not really much in terms of attacking action in the second half up to this point, which is actually quite good for the other games and keeping you up to date with everything else, which is quite interesting elsewhere. But at the moment, Liverpool still losing. And Tyler Morton making a big challenge in his own box to deny at Saibari a chance at a second goal for him tonight. Sporting have levelled the game against Bologna. Bologna already eliminated, so it doesn't really matter to Bologna, but it means massive for Sporting, because Sporting drawing at the moment, even with Dinamo Zagreb winning at home against AC Milan, the results going against them means they will not qualify for the top 24 on goal difference. That is how tight it is. Goal difference separates Dinamo Zagreb and Club Brugge in 24th and 25th at the moment. And in terms of goals, -7 and -4. Unless Manchester City score 3 goals in the next 9 minutes, Dinamo Zagreb will be out as it stands, with Club Brugge just sneaking through at the moment. Changes afoot here for PSV, but I'll update you on some scores elsewhere. Lille have made it 5-1 against Feyenoord. Jonathan David with a fourth a minute or so ago, and they've now added a fifth to that. So it's 5-1 there. Stuttgart have got a goal back against PSG. Furyk with the goal there in that one. Lots of goals flying in at this late stage. It's really do or die moments for those teams that need results tonight. Those are a couple of those goals to bring you. Those PSV changes have just been made, and we'll tell you about those in a second. 15 minutes to go here in Eindhoven. Liverpool 3-2 down as it stands, with Barca winning and Liverpool losing. Liverpool will finish second, Barcelona will finish first as it stands. Remember, Liverpool only need a draw to top the table, even if Barcelona win. So an equaliser for Liverpool would mean they would be back in the top spot. But at the moment, they're in second. I mean, we had an incredible first half. Nothing quite the same in the second. It's been more a bit of a possession game in the second half. Neither side have really massively threatened each other's goal in the second period up to this point. But an absolute flurry of goals in the first half had us in an incredible game at the moment. I'm just keeping an eye, because Club Brugge fans are keeping a very close eye on the results elsewhere, because at this moment they know that losing has them in threat. Now, Club Brugge at the moment would be through. They are losing, but they would be through on goal difference, as I said, even if Zagreb win and Stuttgart are losing quite convincingly, which would be great news for those Bruges fans. But it's all that point of how crazy it is. goal to tell you about. Barcelona, bit of a ding-dong battle. With a ding-dong battle here in the first half between PSV and Liverpool, and a bit of a ding-dong battle between Barcelona and Atalanta in the second half. All 4 goals. They've added a fourth. There is a fourth in that one, and it is a second equaliser for Atalanta. Mario Pasalic has them back level. So Barcelona up and down all evening. Liverpool are back in front, are back up top of the table, with Barca drawing and Liverpool losing. As long as Barca don't win, Liverpool don't really need a result at all, but of course they still want one. But Liverpool will be back top with Barca drawing, Atalanta 2-2. A draw still wouldn't be enough for Atalanta as it stands. No matter what happens elsewhere, a draw wouldn't be enough. A win, though, would be enough, and a win for them would put them under pressure, would put Barcelona a few places down in the table. If Barca were to lose from this position, they would find themselves in 4th in the table, and Arsenal would claim 2nd spot as it stands in this one. That's how we look. Here's Chiesa breaking into the box for Liverpool. Federico Chiesa chopping his way through, goes down. Referee says no penalty. Ball whipped back in. Out to the right-hand side for Elliott. Nice 1-2. Nioni trying to flick it. Couldn't find a teammate. One back by McConnell. Takes a touch. Gets a bit of a bobble. Chiesa trying to take it down on the spin, but taken away from him. Kwanzaa with a lovely first touch in field. Trying to spin it out wide. Taken down well by Tsimikas. Takes on his man. Tsimikas with delivery. A bit of a deflection. Takes it into the hands of Benitez, who gathers for PSV. Dortmund 3-1 up now at home to Shakhtar Donetsk. Rami Bensebaini with the goal there. Bayern now 3-0 up against Slovan Bratislava. Kingsley Coman with the goal there in that one. 6-1 now to Lille against Feyenoord. Remy Cabella with the goal. Lille, who just lost at Anfield last week, narrowly 2-1 to Liverpool. Liverpool scoring the winner through Harvey Elliott in that one, but they're redeeming themselves with a huge win this evening, which would secure them a top 8 spot as it stands, and quite convincingly a top 8 spot as it stands. 6-1 to Lille. They would be the highest scorers of the evening, without doubt, at the moment, and that would, I believe at the moment, take place for the highest scoring game of the night at the moment. What a cracker night so far, and we've still got about 5-10 minutes to go. There's still a lot can happen in these latter stages. One goal could change the whole fracture. It could fracture the table completely. Look at that sea of green on the right hand side of your screen. 5 teams in the top 17. Only 5 teams are not winning at the moment. They are all doing everything they can to get as best a position as they can on the table. And Barca in second and 9th place Atalanta are facing each other at the moment, as is PSV, of course, and Liverpool are also in the both in the top 17 at the moment. Monaco and AC Milan, the only other 2 teams not winning. Right, here come Liverpool down the right hand side. Bradley, Elliott, back to Connor Bradley. Cuts it across, bit of a deflection again. But again, well watched by Benitez, who gathers. Liverpool are going to make another change in a moment to tell you about. It will be Amara Nalo, the 18-year-old, will be coming on for Arne Slot's team very shortly. Those PSV changes, by the way, from earlier. Luke de Jong has come in, Driouch and Nagalo have all come on for PSV in the second half. Of course, it will be Nalo's Liverpool debut this evening. Here is a shot from Tyler Morton, but straight at the keeper. Decent effort. Decent hit that from Tyler Morton. Nice left-footed strike, trying to find the top left corner. Well watched by Benitez again, who did well to deal with the situation and the sheer power on the ball and the pace, and dealt with it well. And remember, if you get a bit confused, we will try and keep you to date. Once the final scores come in from all the games, we'll round up all the scores, we'll round up all the action and the table, how it finalises after tonight's action. We will put all the details you need to knowing who's in the draw on Friday. We'll put all the details of who's in the top 8 and how everything kind of pans out. By the end of the evening, we will have all those details up on our socials, on our TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, also on our YouTube community page, on X as well. All socials will have all the details of the Champions League action and how it unfolded this evening. All the scores, all the drama, all the action, and how everything rounded up. McConnell, breaking forward for Liverpool. Has played well tonight, James McConnell, in that midfield for Liverpool. Here's Chiesa. Lovely skill by Chiesa, linking up with Tsimikas. Trying to return the ball to Chiesa, just a bit short on that occasion. Chiesa battling back to win the ball here. PSV do well in clearing their lines. Clear a danger. There's Kwanzaa here. We'll just give it back to Kelleher for Liverpool as they continue to push the visitors for that late equaliser. Still playing at the Etihad. The two managers hugged there, which I thought, oh, the game's over, but it's not. Still going between Man City and Bruges. At the moment, the result would see both clubs finishing in the top 24 and qualifying for the knockout stages. As it stands, though, remember, things can still change. Man City will be guaranteed a knockout place with a win, but Bruges could still sneak and drop out if results don't go their way. But at the moment, it looks very likely that the results will be going their way tonight, even if they are losing. All that matters is knockout places, and that's where we stand everywhere this evening. McConnell, surrounded by 3, give the ball away, and now Bakayoko's on the charge here to really wrap up this game. Bakayoko, good block by Kwanzaa. Bit frustrated that it went out for a corner there, Kwanzaa, but better than giving away a good goal scoring opportunity, and it goes behind for the corner. So it's all over at the Etihad. Man City have guaranteed a top 24 spot, coming from 1-0 down against Bruges to win 3-1 this evening. So they are through. And I think Pep Guardiola is getting that detail from some of his staff this evening, that is the case, that they will be guaranteed a spot in the top 24. So that's good news for City at the moment. Good news for Bruges as well. Corner for PSV. Veerman with the delivery. Header is up in the air, bouncing away from goal. It's a good challenge by Bradley, cleared away by Elliott. Chiesa to chase here. But that ball will be brought back to the PSV goalkeeper to settle. Ireland added time in quite a lot of the games up to this point. We are 4 minutes away from the 90 minutes. We'll see how long will be added on at the end of that 90 here in Eindhoven in the Philips Stadium. Comes all the way back here to Benitez. Long ball forward. Bouncing ball. Nalo there trying to deal with it. Oh, he might have been last man there, Nalo. And it's going to be a red card. That is really disappointing for the debutant for Liverpool. He's maybe caught out by the bounce. And he makes the challenge to stop Bakayoko, and in the process gets himself sent off. Amara Nalo with a red card. And Liverpool are down to 10. It's really smart play from Bakayoko. The defender stretches out. Well, he goes through the legs of Bakayoko, but there was maybe a claim that he got the ball. I don't think he did. Although our VAR checking it. Just unsure. VAR are going to have a look at it, so we will hold for a moment. So VAR will have a look at this decision. At the moment, Sturm Graz have beaten Leipzig by a goal to 0. Real Madrid 3-0 up now away at Brest, so that's game over there. But at the moment, Real Madrid will not be in the top 8 as it stands. Rodrigo with a third goal there for Real Madrid. And it looks like the VAR have checked it and confirmed it. Red card will stand. So Liverpool down to 10. Late. Nalo with a red card. It's not really a bad one. It's just the last man. It was Bakio making the run. He tries to stretch for the ball. Doesn't quite get the ball. Does Amara Nalo. And the ball into the box. Goes behind Connor Bradley, I believe, or Tyler Morton, one of the two. It will be a corner to PSV. Minute and a half to go. And Veerman over on this left-hand side. So at the moment, PSV would be going buying out. Well, they'll be in the next round, of course, in 14th with a seeded place for the knockout stages, which would be huge for this football club. PSV Eindhoven, corner chicken short. Nice 1-2, ball into the box. Header up in the air. Bradley trying to carry it out for Liverpool. Brought down there. No foul, said the referee. Here's Bakayoko. Challenged by McConnell, and that goes out for a Liverpool or for a PSV corner. Apologies. There, as we're into the last minute of the 90. Full times coming in from around the grounds. It looks like we're just wrapping up what we're seeing tonight. It doesn't look like there will be major changes in the positions tonight. We will round up all the scores and what the table looks like after all 8 matches. Match days have concluded. All 18 matches have concluded tonight. Once that happens, we will round up the table and how it will finalise for you this evening. Who will be through, who will be out, and who will be in what positions in the table. Nice chance here. Ball right across the box. Still back in. Liverpool on the back foot at the moment as we cross the 90 minutes. How long will be added on? PSV are loving this little spell here they're having. De Jong's trying to get on the end of that one. Liverpool scrapping around. 5 added minutes. Is there really a need for that? Just to be honest, really. Is there really a need for that? 5 added minutes here in Eindhoven. Villa have added to their lead. It's now 4-2 to Aston Villa. Morgan Rogers completing his hat-trick on the night. Sees Villa just inside the top 8 as it stands with that win. And they look to be securing and solidifying that win by adding another to their tally tonight. Morgan Rogers with a hat-trick. Looks to be sealing the victory for Villa against Celtic by 4 goals to 2. Changes incoming for PSV, which gives us a break in play for the moment as more results coming in this evening. And at the moment it doesn't look like much is changing. Dinamo Zagreb need a bit of a hero elsewhere. Because Sporting currently drawing with Bologna means that Dinamo Zagreb will be out of the competition despite winning at this minute in time. Unless there's a late goal from Bologna to change the dynamic of that game and change the result, it looks like Dinamo Zagreb will be heading out of the competition. Despite, as I said, winning at this moment in time and winning practically all night. Those Eindhoven fans loving it this evening. They would be the only team in the league phase to beat Liverpool if they complete this victory this evening. They would also, if Liverpool don't win, which at this minute in time looks very, very slim, but if Liverpool win, if don't win, PSV will be the only team to take any points off Liverpool, as Liverpool give the ball away again. The referee really reluctant to give Liverpool free kicks tonight. A lot of times we've seen their players go to ground and the referee not giving a foul. Allows PSV to come into the box again. Can't really find a way through. Out it comes. Edge of the box. Nice 1-2 combinations. Ball chipped into the middle. Well blocked by Endo. Now Trey Noni trying to get Liverpool on the break. Elliott runs into trouble. Morton can't find a way through. Just short of 3 minutes to go. PSV 3, Liverpool 2. PSV in behind again, trying to cut it back. Header off the line with a fantastic save by Quiveen Kelleher. And I think it will be a corner. It will. See this again. Cut back, fabulous. The header down and off the cleared away. Fabulous save by Kelleher. Emotions riding high here in Eindhoven. Those fans know what it means. They know what it would be. Corner delivered in, headed down and headed wide. A minute and a half then to go as we're rounding up everywhere else. A couple of games still remaining. And it looks like we might be done and dusted, because all the key games that could change the kind of table look to be concluded. They have. So Dynamo Zagreb are winning, but it doesn't really matter anymore, because Sporting have drawn, Club Brugge have lost, but Man City have won, Celtic have got their way through. So really, Dynamo Zagreb are the big losers tonight, despite leading and currently winning against AC Milan. And at the moment, the top 8 is confirmed, it seems. Barcelona still playing at Atalanta, so that could change in the matter of seconds. Barca had a last-minute winner against Benfica last week. They were drawing 4-4 at the time. It's 2-2 there at Atalanta. Atalanta win this evening, they finish in the top 8, and Aston Villa drop out. If Barca win, they finish top. Liverpool finish second. It could all happen there, but as it stands, Barca and Atalanta will not be jumping up any places this evening with a draw. Both want to win, both not finding a win at this minute in time. In that one, less than 15 seconds or so to go here in Eindhoven. Really, those 5 minutes, I don't think they were necessary, but 5 minutes nonetheless. And those 5 minutes are about to be up. Liverpool have this throw-in. As the 5 minutes are now up. And the home fans loving this. Absolutely loving it. And Liverpool are going to try one last chance. Throw everybody forward. And even Quiveen Kelleher's coming up for it. Liverpool do already have a goal-scoring goalkeeper in Alisson Becker a number of years ago. Simicast to take this free kick. Left-footed delivery into the box it comes. Up in the air it goes, and PSV will clear it away. And Kelleher's now in a chase to get back into his own goal, because it's a free open net as PSV come down the left-hand side. The shot deflected and deflected wide. That's a huge challenge to put it wide, but the final whistle's gone anyway. And PSV Eindhoven, the only side to take anything away from Liverpool this season in the Champions League. Liverpool finished top with Barcelona drawing, I believe. Hold on, they're still playing in Barcelona. We'll hold that for a moment. Liverpool at the moment losing for only the first time and the only time in the league phase this season. They left it to last when they really didn't need to get a win on the night. Put a lot of youngsters out there, left their big stars back at Merseyside for a big game at the weekend in the Premier League. They know they're going to finish in the top 8. They know they're going to finish in the top 2 tonight, Liverpool, and they know they're through to the round of 16. But it's all about PSV tonight. They needed a point to secure a top 24 spot. They did even better than that. They put all 3 away from Liverpool. And a big result for PSV Eindhoven tonight, who are into the knockout stages, into the knockout playoffs, and they will have a second leg at home against whoever they will play in the next round. There could be a big side coming to this stadium in a 2 or 3 weeks' time to try and find their way to the round of 16 against PSV Eindhoven, who have beaten Liverpool and the only side to beat Liverpool in the competition this season, but of course a very changed Liverpool side. Right, so that's finished. They're still going between Barcelona and Atalanta, the only game of the night that is still playing. Remember, this is still important because if Barcelona win, they finish top. If Atalanta win, they finish in the top 8. But if both draw, Atalanta will finish 9th and Barcelona will finish 2nd. So that's the way we stand at this moment in time. Right, we're going to round up all the scores. We'll tell you exactly what it all means, because it is now finished in Barcelona. So that game is now over. Barcelona have drawn with Atalanta, I can tell you now. So that is all done and dusted. So Liverpool, despite losing tonight, still finished top. We'll round up all the scores and how the table looks after this in just a moment.
Call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine.
Welcome back to Champions League Live. So, we conclude at match day 8 of the Champions League, and the league phase is done and dusted. It's knockouts time from next week, the next 2 weeks, actually, when the knockout playoffs take place. But let's just round up all of tonight's scores in the 18 games that we have just witnessed from around Europe. So, Aston Villa were 2-2 with Celtic at half-time. They were actually 2-0 up against Celtic in the first half. Celtic came back to draw 2-2, but they were 4-2 winners in the end. Aston Villa with 2 goals in the second half. Ollie Watkins and Morgan Rogers completing his hat-trick made it a 4-2 victory for Villa. We'll tell you how all this means for the table when we show you that in a moment, but let's just run through the results. Barcelona failed to make it a chance to finish top of the league table. If they'd have won against Atalanta tonight, they would have leapfrogged Liverpool, who lost this evening, but a draw against Atalanta, who've been a real tough customer for all the teams in the competition this season. Atalanta, they finished 2-2. Bayern won 3-1 against Slovan Bratislava. Real Madrid winning 3-0 away at Stade Brest. Dinamo Zagreb, the big losers of tonight, but they actually won tonight against AC Milan. They're 2-1 winners. Dortmund 3-1 winners against Shakhtar, who are already eliminated. Arsenal came from behind against Girona to win 2-1. Inter 3-0 winners against Monaco. Benfica won 2-0 away at Juventus. Leverkusen 2-0 winners as well against Sparta Prague. Lille 6-1 against Feyenoord. At one point in that game it was 1-1, but Lille went cruising in the second half and destroyed Feyenoord by 6-1. Man City came from 1-0 down at half-time to win 3-1 to secure their knockout place. A loss or a draw was not enough for City, but a win certainly was. Liverpool lost tonight, but still finished top because Barcelona failed to take their opportunity. Atletico Madrid beat Salzburg, although Salzburg got a goal, consolation goal late in that game. It finished 4-1. Sporting 1-1 against Bologna. Sporting just about clinging on in there with that draw. They were losing at one point, which would have knocked them out, but a draw was enough. Sturm Graz already eliminated along with RB Leipzig. They finished 1-0. PSG 4-1 winners against Stuttgart. Stuttgart needed a bit of help tonight, but they didn't get that help, and they are out of the competition at the hands of PSG, who moved themselves up to 15th in the table with a seeded place for the knockout playoffs. And Red Star Belgrade finished 1-0 winners against Young Boys. Young Boys and Slovan Bratislava, the only two sides to lose all 8 Champions League games. So that's how it ends on all our 18 games, but let's show you how it ends in the table this evening. Let's have a look then. Liverpool finished top. 7 wins and 1 defeat from their 8 Champions League games this season. They actually conceded more goals tonight than Liverpool than they conceded in the whole competition up until this point, which is quite crazy. They conceded 2 before tonight and 3 this evening. 21 points for Liverpool was enough to finish top. Barcelona, who had won all of their games since losing on match day 1 up to this point, but drew tonight for the first time this season at home to Atalanta, and if they'd have won tonight they would have leapfrogged Liverpool, but 19 points is second place for them. Arsenal in 3rd, Inter in 4th, all on 19 points. Atletico Madrid, big win for them as well this evening. Away from home, they're on 18 points. And Leverkusen win as well this evening, 16 points. Lille and Aston Villa make up the top 8. Villa, incredible feat for them to get into the top 8. So that's the way it looks there. So they are those 8 teams are through to the round of 16. They will not play again until March, and we will have a draw for that at the end of February. Atalanta just outside the top 8, a point of a difference for them. If they'd have won away at Barcelona this evening, they would have had a top 8 spot, and Villa wouldn't have, but that didn't happen. So Atalanta in 9th, Dortmund in 10th, Real Madrid in 11th, and Bayern Munich in 12th. All 3 of those those teams won tonight, Dortmund, Madrid and Munich, but didn't get a top 8 spot, left it too late to try and claw their way back. Milan lost, but still keep themselves in the top 16. PSV, their big win against Liverpool means they jump up into the top 16, which means they will have a second leg tie at home, which is huge for the knockout stages. PSG also sneak into the top 16, as do Benfica. To the other teams then that finished in the top 24, all sneaking their way through to the next round. All these 8 teams will have the first leg of the knockout playoff game at home. Monaco, Brest, 2 French sides there, probably overperforming for their seasons, but also made up early points early in the campaign to secure their places. As you can see, their form as of recently not particularly good for those 2 teams. Feyenoord keep themselves in the top 24 despite losing tonight. They're in 19th. Juventus in 20th. Celtic in 21st. They're going into the knockout stages, as are Manchester City, who came from behind, Sporting, who also came from behind, and Club Brugge, who lost at the hands to City tonight but just snuck through on goal difference. This is how tight it was. Dinamo Zagreb won tonight against AC Milan, but failed to make the top 24 because of goal difference. 3 goals in it overall is the closest that it could be. 11 points there, and heartbreak for those Dinamo Zagreb fans who could have been in the knockout stages, albeit goal difference let them down. Stuttgart and Shakhtar, those other 2 teams that weren't eliminated before tonight, are now eliminated, as are Bologna, Red Star, Sturm Graz, Sparta Prague, Leipzig, Girona, Salzburg, Bratislava and Young Boys. So that's it for the Champions League at the moment then. Liverpool, Barcelona, Arsenal, Inter, Atletico Madrid and Leverkusen, Lille and Aston Villa are all through to the round of 16. Then those teams in the knockout playoffs are Atalanta, Dortmund, Bayern, Real Madrid, Milan, PSV, PSG, Benfica, AS Monaco, Brest, Feyenoord, Juventus, Celtic, Man City, Sporting and Bruges. Now, the draw for the knockout playoff round will be done on Friday morning to decide which of those 16 teams in the 9th to 24th places will face each other. Of course, 9th to 16th will face teams from 17th to 24th, of course, so they can't kind of face each other in those certain positions, but that will be done on Friday morning. The seeded teams will be 9th from 16th, so they will have the second legs of that round at home. And the teams from 17th to 24th will be unseeded, so they will have the second legs at home, the first legs at home in the knockout playoffs. The winners of those knockout playoffs will then face the teams that finished in the top 8 in the round of 16. The draw for that will be done after the conclusion of the knockout playoffs on Friday the 21st of February. So, that's it for us this evening. The league phase, the inaugural league phase, is complete. Liverpool topped the table. Barcelona failed to take their opportunity when it came, and quite a lot of teams that expected themselves to be more competitive in the end fall by the wayside, and some big sides left it late but just about got the job done. The knockout playoffs are in 2 weeks' time for the first legs, and the week after that for the second legs, the 11th and 12th and the 18th and 19th of February. Join us for that then. We'll have the draw on Friday morning as well. Join us for that. For now, thanks for joining us for what has been a crazy night of Champions League action. 18 games and quite a lot of goals to boot. Night night.